What's going on, motivators? We got to talk about the bus crash in Virginia. Let's get into this.
Now investigating the cause of a deadly crash involving a bus. 34 people were on board. It crashed into 6 other vehicles this morning on I-95.
5 people killed, including 2 children. More than 3 dozen others hurt, some critically. New details coming in about those involved. Fox 5's Bob Barnard live in Stafford with the very latest on this crash. Bob?
Yeah, Marina and Jim, 12 of those who were injured were brought here to Stafford Hospital. We're told each of them has been treated and basically released as patients, even though some remained here until they could make arrangements to continue on their journeys. A half dozen other patients are being treated at Mary Washington Hospital, south of here in Fredericksburg, some of them with life-threatening injuries, we're told. 4 of the people who were killed in this morning's crash were from the same family, from Greenfield, Massachusetts. That's in north central Mass. Skyfox over the scene this morning, I-95 in Stafford County, mile marker 146 near Quantico, Virginia. You can see the bus there where it finally came to a stop in the median. It had been traveling southbound on 95 from New York City to Charlotte, North Carolina. You can see the tracks of its tires, a long path of flattened grass through the median after it left the highway.
He just comes flying up the side, just barely missed us. He's in the ditch.
One passing motorist shot this video right after the crash, just after 2:30 this morning. You can see people being evacuated off the bus. One police officer there on scene almost immediately.
I wonder if their brakes went out or something.
It missed us, and it could have been us because we had just hit that lane. And, I'm like, we just dodged a bullet. But man, when I heard people that actually, I was hoping that nobody actually died.
Stafford County fire officials say 5.
What they're not telling you is that person who was driving became a citizen of the United States in 24 without knowing how to speak English. Make those things make sense. You got Katie Publish saying right here, infuriating beyond belief. Local police confirmed the driver of this motor coach, a man from China who became a U.S. citizen, doesn't speak English. He received his commercial driver's license from New York State in 2024. America, how many times we gonna have these same things happening? We've had California had that issue with people getting CDLs or state license and they cannot read signs or they cannot speak English. We've had Florida having the same thing.
New dash cam video circulating on social media shows the moment a truck driver makes an illegal U-turn on the turnpike, causing a deadly crash in St. Lucie County. The victims in that vehicle, all from South Florida, they did not survive.
And tonight, that truck driver you saw in the video is in custody. CBS News Miami's Jim Berry is here with more on the concern.
Hospital. Their names, by the way, have not been released. The accident created an enormous traffic backup on the turnpike and prompted Florida's Attorney General to point the finger at another.
I feel like we're never going to learn. We keep seeing those things happening over and over again, and we know the reason behind it. We know that if you have to become a citizen, part of it is speaking English. How are you taking a citizen test if you cannot speak English? How is that possible? Do they give it in the languages that the person comes from? Then why even become a citizen? We know some of those people were driving illegally because they were not even citizens, they were illegals. This person who just killed those individuals or was driving was a citizen in 2024. But he cannot speak English. Make that make sense. Is that too much to ask to come to the country and speak English? What are we doing?
37 injured in the crash. 4 people in one SUV died at the scene. A couple in their mid-40s, a 13-year-old girl and a 7-year-old boy. A passenger in that car, which caught fire, was critically injured and flown to a hospital in Fairfax County.
So we got an approximately 25-year-old male that was found as a passenger rear seat in an SUV that had heavy damage and 3 fatalities in the same vehicle. Patient was found alert and responsive.
Virginia State Police say the crash happened as all traffic approaching a construction zone was slowing in the southbound lanes, except the bus. For first responders, it was chaos and carnage. Katie Brady is with Stafford County Fire and Rescue.
Some of the things that I know our providers saw are probably going to, stick with them for a while.
I mean, it should stick, but all of those things could be prevented. You have states that don't care. All those Democrat states should be blamed for this stuff. All the Democrat states should be blamed. We are creating chaos in our streets because of what we are bringing into the country. How are those people passing the driver's test to begin with? I don't understand this. It makes no sense to me. You in the United States, everything should be in English. You could speak whatever other language that you want to, but the main language should always be English. Anything that you're doing for certification has to be English from my perspective. Or else we're going to keep having those things.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm good.
Why are you parked here?
Yeah, I parked here 3 hours.
Why did you park here? You understand English?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Why did you park here?
Yeah.
No good. I'm Officer Eddings, Arkansas Highway Police. I need your driver's license, registration, and insurance for this truck. Is there anybody else in the truck? All right. You see this sign?
Yeah, truck. Over.
What's that sign say?
Thanks. Must enter, right?
Do you tell me? What does it say?
Yeah.
I need you to read that sign.
Yeah, with station. Next right.
Okay, read it again.
Read again.
Read it again.
Oh, trucks. Over 10. Must enter wait station next right.
What is this word?
Taste.
Tense? No.
No?
No. What does that sign mean?
What's that mean? 10 things.
What does this sign mean?
Master enter. Master. With station.
Okay, so if you see this sign, what do you do?
Yeah, driver going. Yeah, driver going. Must.
Go where?
With station.
All trucks go? Or what's it say? What kind of trucks have to go to the way station?
With station. I don't know. Over 10.
Over 10 what?
Over 10 what?
Okay, all right, let's try another one. You don't get that one. All right, let's go down here and try another one. Let's see. Read that sign to me.
No parking.
What does that mean?
Yeah, here, no parking.
What does it mean when it says no parking?
I don't know. Yeah, no billboard, no parking. Maybe Arkansas exit, no parking.
Okay. So when you see this sign, what do you do?
No parking. What do you do? No parking.
Okay. Does that mean you can park your truck there?
Yeah, there's no parking.
You cannot make this stuff up. I'm an immigrant. Obviously, I speak English, but I speak a different language too. If I come in here and I cannot read the sign, how am I supposed to drive? This guy keeps saying no parking, but he's parked in an area, right? That in itself could create an accident and someone is dying because we are giving licenses to people who cannot read the road rules or the road signs. I had a temporary license when I went to Japan. Guess what? I had to learn all of these signs and prove that I knew it before they would give me the license. We had to take a test, a legit test. They would not just give it because their road signs are way different from ours. So when I was in the military, I was driving in there. I had to learn every sign that they had. Prove that I knew it in the language, what it meant. What are we talking about? We need to enact rules and regulations in this country, or else a lot of innocent people are going to continue dying.
And we do have those channels and avenues for support that we will be working on with them.
The bus is operated by E&P Travel out of Kings Mountain, North Carolina. All they would tell us is that they're cooperating with the authorities. The interstate's southbound lanes were closed for a time, reopening as the day progressed. And the National Transportation Safety Board says it has sent a GO team here to Stafford County to assist in the investigation. It is being led by Virginia State Police, still trying to find out whether it was mechanical or driver error, what the reason was that bus did not slow down or stop. Virginia State Police have identified the bus driver as a 48-year-old man named Jing Dong of Staten Island, New York. They say he was also hurt in the crash.
Well, we know that Jing Dong couldn't read the signs. We know that Jing Dong couldn't speak English. How again can you be a citizen of the United States if you cannot speak English? Make those things make sense to me. I think everyone should be afforded the opportunity to be a United States citizen. I went through it. I had to prove that I knew how to read English. What are we doing? How can you be a citizen without English? Did they just give it to him? Was somebody there to assist him? I mean, I don't even know anymore. What they do in Democrat states, it's ridiculous. Somebody's saying the same thing I'm saying. How does a person become an American citizen and not get around to learning English? It is not a prerequisite somehow. He became a U.S. citizen but cannot speak English. How the F is that possible? What's infuriating about a U.S. citizen being in an accident? This person is not even checking the idea of the initial post. Yes, you are a U.S. citizen, but you cannot read the road signs. What are we doing? It's no different from a driver who is on the road and he's handicapped. What if I put a blind driver on the road and a U.S. citizen? I'm like, go. We would say there is totally something off about it, right? Because how can a blind driver drive? What's the difference with someone who cannot read the road rules or the signs? It says do not enter and he enters. Guess what you're doing? Head-on traffic. I don't understand these people. Someone said already seen this movie because it happened so many times already. So many times. It's so common now. And I will end with this question. Just like this gentleman said again. How do you pass a USA citizenship without speaking English? How is that possible?
Percent of the licenses, commercial driver's licenses issued to foreigners, 53% were issued illegally, contrary to our rules. And so usually we give states 30 days to come into compliance. We gave New York 4 months to say, hey, what we want you to do is just go back and audit all of these licenses that you've given, and if you've given them contrary to the rules, we'll revoke that license. And in essence, New York said, go pound sand, DOT. And so this is the first step. We said, okay, we're going to pull the $73 million. There's more money that we can pull as we get to the out months. But in the very end, if New York doesn't comply, we can pull their ability to issue commercial driver's licenses. And it's not a New York issue. As you know, commercial drivers don't stay in New York. They drive across the country. And so you have a state with really good rules, say Oklahoma. These drivers from New York drive truck through Oklahoma and every other state. And so they endanger the families that are going to church like on a Sunday morning like today, or they're going to Walmart to shop. We've seen way too many videos of commercial drivers who can't.
Facts. Because they don't stay in New York. If only they stayed in New York, you'd be like it's a New York problem. Or California. They go all over the country. All 50 states now become endangered. Transportation Secretary Duffy, he got to get on that. There's too many underground DOT people contracted for line hauls who have people who don't speak English. But let me know if I am wrong within the comments. All right, motivators, if you enjoy what you've seen and heard, please like, comment, share, but most importantly, subscribe to A Black Veteran's Perspective. Stay motivated.